Hello, it's Mark from vanandboat.com. As you can see, I'm currently up in Scotland and it is very cold but rather glorious weather. I thought I'd do a quick review of the oven because I'm using it quite a lot at the moment, and it was pointed out in one of my other videos that I haven't actually produced a video of the oven yet, but let's get on with the review. We've now moved inside the van, and as you can see, the hob is still working very well. It's got a few scratches on it since I made the video, but that's only through use every day. About 3 months ago now, I dismantled it just to clean the burner, and in actual fact it was a waste of time. It was completely clean, so burning completely without any real residue, no soot or anything, so very pleased with that. I tend to use it a bit like an Arga, just leaving it on tick over most of the time, keeps the van nice and warm. It's about 20 degrees in here and hovering around 1 degree outside, and I use that as my main source of heat. So if you're looking at the Wallas 88 hob, then have a look at my other video, there's lots of information on that. So going on to the oven, this is the Wallas Safe Flame diesel oven. It takes fuel directly from the main fuel tank and has got an exhaust out the back and through the floor, so no fumes in here whatsoever. And a real benefit of it is there's no moisture produced, because if you're using gas inside a van you get the moisture content, whereas this, all of the fumes are safely outside of the vehicle. Very happy with it so far. If I go over to the control panel, we've got 3 controls on it. One on the right is the light, so we turn that on, and inside there's just a 10-watt halogen bulb. And then second switch, we've got the power button, so push that, turns it on. We've got a couple of LEDs here. We've got the yellow power LED, the red one saying that it is heating up, or rather the temperature hasn't been reached yet, and the red one there when the flame is alight. I've just switched it on, so the glow plug has come on, and in a few moments that other light will come on. We've then got a rotary temperature gauge, very similar to a temperature control on a normal oven you might find in a house. Okay, so onto the oven. It's got this nice hardwood handle and then a little release button there that we push down and opens the door. When you close it again, it locks into place, so you can't inadvertently open it when you're moving. Inside we've got a oven shelf and then a pan. At the back there is a electric fan running. You can see the light up on the right hand side. Normal fan assisted oven, just like you might find in a house. The only difference is this one is running on diesel. Put that back in and close the door. Switched the heater on a few minutes ago. It takes a long time to warm up. That would be my one point for you to take home, is that the oven does take a long time to heat up. I generally switch it on half an hour before I need to use it, but once it's warm then it's absolutely fine. As you can see, the other red light has come on, so the oven is now heating up nicely. Should point out that when you first turn on the oven and the hob comes to that, you have a glow plug that comes on. That uses around about 10 amps for about 4 minutes. After the glow plug is hot, once the fuel is ignited, then that will switch off, and the power consumption of the oven when it's running without the glow plug is around about 1 amp at 12 volts, so roughly 12 watts. So very low powered when it's running. In actual fact, the light almost doubles the power consumption. It's a 10-watt bulb, so that makes sense. So once the oven is on, I generally turn the light off and only switch it on if I really need it. There's no real benefit of having the light on. So to summarise, the Wallas diesel oven, would I recommend it? Absolutely. It's very quiet. I'm talking at normal volume here, and I've got both the oven and the hob on. It's very economical. There's also the added bonus that as it's plumbed in to the vehicle's fuel tank, I haven't got to worry about getting gas. As long as I fill up with diesel, then I've always got a source of fuel for the oven. Cooks very well. It's a nice even heat distribution. It's a fan assisted oven. and the only disadvantage I would say to this particular oven is the time it does take to warm up. I'm aware of that, so it doesn't really cause me any major issues. I just remember if I'm driving somewhere, turn it on, maybe half an hour, 3/4 of an hour before I need to cook, then I know that it's nice and warm when I need to use it. Lots of other reviews on my website, so head over to www.vanandboat.com, and I'm also starting a bit of a travel blog on there. So I'm currently up in Scotland, so if you want to see where I've been and places that I recommend, then please do have a look at my website. Have a go at subscribing. If I put any other videos up, then you of course will be the first to know of my latest reviews. So thank you very much, and goodbye.